I don't know if you can see it, but I'm quite tired and I've just been working for 4 hours and giving a lot of my energy to my students, and regardless how much I love it, I'm quite tired now. And it's a good tiredness because I'm really happy within myself, because I felt that the students had an experience tonight, maybe even came out of their comfort zone. So that makes me very, very happy. And there's nothing more that brings me more joy than working with my students or doing my job, because regardless, the tiredness is just mental tiredness. I get very uplifted and I feel that regardless what's going on in my life, it gives me so back that I got a little bit of distance to it. I mean, my dad has Alzheimer's dementia and he's not in a good way. He's very stubborn, he refused to move from his house, but maybe that's a good thing. So today has been one of these days that when me and my husband is going there, taking care of him, do the shopping, looking after so he has everything. And I think to see your dad not being strong anymore, he's been my hero all my life. No one who has been there so much for me and supported me through the whole of my life, and to see him weak, but yeah, it's painful, but still it's very nice that I now live close enough that I can take care of him. And today he actually said that in here, Mia, I'm so happy that I have you. It means so much and I feel secure knowing that you're there. And I get emotional now, but that means the world to me, because even if he's not in a good place really, it's nice to be able to give back what he's been giving me all over these years. And he's funny, every time I say I'm gonna work, oh, over the phone. Now over the computer, oh, over the phone. Well, anyway, it's interesting because he tells me that he talks to mom. My mom died in December last year. And he walks around in the house and he says he has discussions with her. And who knows, if you think at my work, I mean, he might actually be talking to her. Or it is his dementia, I don't know. But I want to believe that he's talking to her, that she is actually there. And sometimes when he tells me what I've been talking about, it sounds like my mom to a T. But who knows? But at least it is a comfort, I think, for him and also for me that he still talks to her. And she have told him, he says, that she has a space free for him when it's time for him to go home. So, yeah, whatever. But what has that to do with my mediumship, my spirituality, my personal and spiritual development? Well, everything really, because life is life. And I believe as a spiritualist, it's not about the dead. It's about living life. And how can we do that to the best we can, so to speak? How can we bring joy into our life? Because life is not just joy. It's not just love and dovey. Sometimes life is actually shit, and sometimes you're not on the top. Sometimes you are drained. If you're a woman, when you go through menopause, that can stir up a lot of your hormones, and at least for me it was hell for several years. So that takes a toll as itself. And I think the power of the mind is such a great thing that we shouldn't underestimate, because by using the mind for positive thinking and for changing your negative thought patterns, because we are creatures of habits, and if we are used to think in a certain way, if we're used to do things in a certain way, it becomes comfortable. It might not be the best for us, but it's comfortable. Because we have that animal instinct, we look for security and comfortability, more or less. So I think it is a challenge sometimes to change your thought patterns, to actually force yourself out of your little comfort zone where you might be in your little bubble. I had for a time, I escaped my life by watching movies or have an earbook in my ear, because then I didn't have to think about myself. I could drift away and listen to something else and forget about myself. And that was good at a certain point in my life, especially when my Lyme disease hit the nervous system and things like that. And I couldn't read, and I couldn't keep my focus. I lost my balance. I lost so much. Anyway, for me, that was an escape route. And that's fine as long as I'm realizing it. So now, since I moved here, actually, where I live now, out in the countryside, and I'm really enjoying the place, and it's so much peace here, I don't have that need today to have a book in my ear all the time, and I don't have the same need of disappear from myself. So I'm actually facing myself in a different way now, and I'm looking at my flaws, I'm looking at my insecurities, I'm looking at my fears in a different way, I'm looking at my anxiety in a different way. And I realized with my menopause that stirred up that tremendously. But I realize now, in the peacefulness, in the quietness, that when I finally are in a place where I can accept everything, I'm having a clearer mind to understand myself. And I always said, I think I know myself so well, but I'm also saying every time, self-awareness and all honor, I'm the biggest liar to myself. Because I am, because the defense mechanism is coming up. But today I feel, and I might be lying to myself, that I am in a good place. And I'm very excited for the future. I'm excited for what I'm building online. I'm excited for the community journey with Mia and my guest teachers from colleagues that's coming in. And I'm excited because I'm taking up trance again. And that was a long time ago because of all the issues that's been with my ex and all the fraudulent I seen and all the crap I seen, sorry. But I also seen some really good trance, and that has really helped me on the way to keep my faith there and the hope. I mean, the hope is the last thing that leaves us, isn't it? So I'm very excited to get back into that, and I know that will help me even more to own my own power and, yeah, do the things I loved before that was drifting away from me because of the Lyme disease. And not only the Lyme disease, it was something else in my life as well, but there you go. But if you want to read about my life, you can read a book. It's on all channels where you can listen to it. In Sweden, BookBeat, Storytel, whatever. And I also have a copy that AI has helped me to get. They call the Full Sealer there. And it's about my life and how I came into this and how all the shit I went through and how I came through it, more or less. So I'm old now. And it's nice to grow old. It's nice to find yourself a little bit more close to home, close to yourself, the older you get. The only thing that is shitty is that you don't have the same energy anymore. And to accept that and to learn to live with that, especially after my Lyme disease, my mind is not as bright as it used to be. It's not as quick, and I have struggled to get words out sometime. But I think I come to an understanding about that, and I surrender to it. And I think that when I surrender, I can heal in a better way than just fighting against it. Because I haven't given up. God forbid, I will never give up. But I also have to accept that I'm getting older. And that's how it is. But life is good. And I enjoy my life. And I feel that now when my energy is more or less back in a different way, I feel a freedom I haven't felt for many, many years. And I do a lot of work together with a lot of colleagues today. And I always find it more inspiring and nice to work with other people because we can always learn from each other and we can support each other, because this job can be quite lonely. Yeah, you meet a lot of people. I've been traveling all over the world with it, but I haven't seen the world. I've seen the rooms I've been working in, more or less, but there you go. So anyway, I don't know what I wanted to say tonight, really. Just that I think we are stronger than we think from the beginning. We have a resilience in there, and we can help that. We can help our whole immune system, I believe, by positive thinking. And takes an effort. It doesn't come for free. You have to program your mind and you have to change your habits and do the work. So anyway, I wish you a great week. Bye.